Hi, everybody out there. I am Shiva McCraw with Teacher Ready. I am really excited today because we are here with a partner university in Scottsdale, Arizona. We are here with North Central University, and we have some very important information to share with you. I have the lovely Michelle here with NCU. She is their admissions director, and she is going to share information regarding how you can continue your education and gain a master's degree. This is very important to me too because I actually have two master's degrees myself, and I know that my life changed when I went through those two programs, and I know that it will better your skill set as an educator, and you're going to gain so much more, not just professionally, but with your students as well. So, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for coming out here, and it was just very exciting to actually put, a face to the name. We talk on the phone all the time, so it was great. So very excited to have you guys here with us, but we're also just really excited about the partnership that we have.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I love about NCU is that you guys are very similar to us. And I want you to share some information with our students today because I think it is very beneficial for them to know how they can continue their education after our program. So if you will first explain to them a little bit about your background and your role here at NCU and how long you've been here.
Okay, so my background is I actually have a bachelor's and a master's degree in psychology, which is very helpful when you start teaching.
Absolutely.
Understanding student behavior. But I've got a bachelor's and master's in psychology, and then I decided I want to be a teacher. And so I actually earned my teacher certification through an officer program as well. So I know exactly what your students are going through, and a lot of us are career changers, right? So I understand that. And I have been with NCU for almost 6 years. So I started here with the School of Business, and I was like, hey, I used to be a teacher. Maybe I should be in the School of Education. And they're like, oh yeah, that would be a good fit. So I've been with the School of Education for 5 years and team lead, and then I became director now, and I became director of software. Yeah.
Now, I know our students are going to want to know about the MAT program, your Master's of Arts in Teaching, correct?
Master's Bars in Teaching.
Can you explain a little bit about that program and what are the benefits?
Well, there are a lot of benefits. The first major benefit to teachers is because we're not always paid for what we do, right? The major benefit is increased earning potential. So the way most teachers earn more money in all 50 states is on vertical and horizontal scale. So it's the number of years of teaching and then it's the number of units completed past your bachelor. So that is a big deal. The second and equally important is the benefit of education, right? So, you attend your program, whether it's an all-cert program or whether it's a traditional bachelor's in education program, the learning never stops. And one of the biggest concepts, content knowledge is obviously very important, right? But you get that in your program. Most programs out there do a really great job with content knowledge. But the biggest, factor that kind of deters teachers away, and I've seen teachers become very frustrated when they're new, is classroom management, and that is it's not something that's easily taught or conveyed, right? You've got to go through different experiences. You've got to have that experience in the classroom. So that's why a master's of arts in teaching, after you've already earned your teacher certification and you're actually in a classroom, it will start to make more sense to you, right? But it only takes one kid to throw everything off, right? So you've got to be able to engage these kids. When you're teaching kindergarten, you're teaching middle school, high school, it doesn't matter. I used to be a middle school, I taught kindergarten and I taught middle school, and I had a language arts class and we were in poetry. And the girls are all excited. Oh, poetry, and the boys are sitting looking at me like, oh, great, I'm so excited about this. So I'm like, okay, so how am I going to engage the kids? So do you like music? Oh yeah, we like music. Well, lyrics. What do you think lyrics are? Lyrics are poetry. So I have a song actually that tied to it, and these kids, they listen to that song all year long. They loved it. They couldn't get enough. They're like, play the song again. So that was a way to engage them so that they're ready to hear and listen to what you have to present to them as far as content. But a lot of new teachers, are under this misconception that they're going to walk into the classroom, everybody's going to be sitting there like this, hands clasped, hanging on every word. It doesn't really happen that way, right? So you've got to be able to, figure out the input, right, of a lesson plan, how you're going to engage that. So in a master's program, you're just going to get further knowledge, information, collaboration with other teachers, with your professors, because professors here all have classroom experience, they all hold doctorates. So it's just that, increased knowledge of, education. And then there's state requirements. A lot of states have requirements that you earn a master's degree within a certain time frame. I think the state of New York requires you to earn a master's degree within 2 years of getting your initial teacher certification. Other states have requirements. I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and then they said, hey, if you're going to continue to be a kindergarten teacher, you've got to have a master's degree in early childhood. So there's all sorts of different, reasons why you might want to pursue it. Those are the three big
And can you explain a little bit about the classes? And what is amazing to me is how many classes you have to take to gain that master's degree after our program.
Yes. So we have a fabulous partnership with you where we actually award you 9 credits for completing your program. And then you're going to come to us and you're going to only have 24 credits or 8 classes left to complete. You can actually earn that degree in under a year. Depends on your pace and how fast you want to do it as an online university, just like Teacher Ready. We have a very flexible schedule. We know that you're working all day. We know that you've got families, other obligations, maybe you're a coach, right? There's all sorts of other things that interfere, with pursuing further education. So we try to be very accommodating with that. Yes.
Wonderful. And I know there's some discounts there too.
Yes, there are. So as a teacher-ready graduate, we will offer you a 10% preferred tuition rate. Come to us, right?
It's a great saving.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the teachers, we don't make a lot of money to begin with. So, we'll take every discount we can get. And then also, if you decide to have your master's continue doctorate, as an alumni, we offer 15%. And we have, the School of Education is one of the only schools that I know, nationwide, different universities and colleges that offers an interim degree between a master's of, degree and a terminal doctorate. So it's called an education specialist. And so it's doctoral level coursework. Again, it's not a terminal degree, it's doctorate level coursework that allows you to gain more content knowledge in that specific area to make you a better teacher, to maybe, teachers, sometimes get burnout being in the classroom. You've been a teacher for, 10, 12, 15 years. I love the kids, but I've got to do something different. I don't want to be a reading specialist or a math specialist, or I want to teach teachers how to be better teachers, right? So this is a 33 credit hour program. It's 11 courses. And, those students that are like, oh no, I don't want to take statistics and dissertation, right? It seems overwhelming. So this is kind of like an interim step. It's like earning an associate's degree on the way to your bachelor's. This is earning an education specialist degree on the way to your terminal doctorate. And we'll actually allow you to transfer most of those courses directly into either an ED or a PhD. And you can earn that degree in about a year and a half. So, and again, it gives you something that you can actually use, right? In the meantime, maybe you're going to go ahead and pursue that doctorate, but maybe that's enough, right? Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the discounts are great, and then the fact that they can get a master's and an EDD or a PhD, that's phenomenal. Now, one of the other things that I love about our partnership is that we are very similar in some ways.
Yes.
One of the ways that we are similar is our ongoing enrollment. Talk about your enrollment for that MAT program.
Yes, so our programs begin every Monday.
Okay.
So every Monday out of the year, you can begin your program with us. very flexible as far as our start dates are concerned. We're also very flexible once you're in the program. So I know, you can earn, as I said, your master's person teaching with us in, under a year. You can do it as quickly as 9 months, but we don't force you in a specific schedule. We know how it is, as a working professional, right? Especially as a teacher. I used to be the teacher in charge of testing. So for the month of April, it was like, don't talk to me. My kids were lucky if they had McDonald's for dinner. It's like, it was all encompassing. So we're aware of those things. You can take anywhere from no break to a 3-week break in between. You take one class at a time, you can take two at a time, you can overlap them, and you can change that up throughout your program. We don't lock you into something. We know how difficult it is to be, again, a working professional and have a family, other obligations, that we don't want you to be like, oh no, if I don't do it this way, I can't do it at all. We try and be very accommodating that way.
That's phenomenal.